man is always searching for more, until his wheels seemed to be spinning in futility. It was this problem that led a group of engineers from Audi to come up with a revolutionary all-wheel drive system. In their quest for speed, they've found an advantage. Some say an unfair advantage. The unfair advantage. It's every racer's secret dream. That special bit of technology that gives you such superior speed that you're literally able to blow the doors off the competition at will. The term was coined by the late Mark Donoghue, who enjoyed such an advantage in his turbocharged Porsche 917 that dominated Can-Am racing and set new speed records in the early 1970s. The engineering genius behind this awesome 917 was Dr. Ferdinand Piëch, the grandson and namesake of Dr. Ferdinand Porsche. Shortly after achieving such great success with his 917, Dr. Piëch left the ranks of Porsche and joined another German car builder, Audi. His first challenge to his new engineers: come up with a breakthrough idea, an unfair advantage that will set Audi apart from the pack. To find such an advantage, Dr. Piëch's engineers looked not to the future, but to the past, to a concept nearly as old as the automobile itself: all-wheel drive. The idea first appeared in 1902, but the hardware proved so cumbersome it found a home only in inelegant utility vehicles. Over the years, innovators such as Bugatti, Miller, and Ferguson tried to apply the idea to racing cars, but their machines proved unruly, difficult to drive. The advantage eluded them. Then in 1967, the idea resurfaced at Indianapolis when Andy Granatelli introduced a radical turbine-powered all-wheel drive machine, and driver Parnelli Jones came within 7 miles of winning the 500 before the failure of a trivial part sidelined him. All-wheel drive was soon banned from Indy competition as being outside the mainstream of automotive design, and racing engineers turned instead to aerodynamics in their quest for the unfair advantage. In 1981, Audi engineers felt they had found the secret at last: a center differential, a new way of distributing the power between the front and rear wheels. They call their system Quattro. To prove the worth of their new system, they entered the World Rally Championship, where a vehicle must demonstrate speed over some of the roughest, slipperiest roads in the world. If all-wheel drive were to be an advantage, it would be here. Soon the Quattros were showing their heels to the competition. Driver Walter Rural describes the experience.
So it's like an explosion. Maybe, let's say, like a rocket taking off. That's how you could imagine it. It's really nothing like ordinary acceleration. Sit back and enjoy Walter Rural's balancing act, driving at the limit of physics. Basically, with these cars, if you start thinking, you're too slow. What you need is a kind of sixth sense. You have to be one step ahead the whole time. With this car, if you wait till something happens, then it's too late. You have to anticipate. And all this talk you used to hear about driving by the seat of your pants, if that's how you feel what the car is doing, then it's probably the last time you'll ever feel anything, because if you wait that long, you'll go off the road.
All-wheel drive also required a different driving technique: left foot braking to turn the car, as Walter Rural demonstrates here. run, camera and all, set the fastest time on the stage. With 4 World Rally Championships in the record book, the Quattro turned toward America. The target, the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, an event dominated by single-purpose, single-seat sprinters with rear-wheel drive. American rally champion John Buffum was first to try the Quattro here.
The Audi 4-wheel drive is very, very important because when you have a lot of horsepower, you need to get the horsepower to the ground. And you'll see as the open-wheel cars and even the stock cars, when they start, they spin their wheels furiously. And this is very exciting, but it doesn't get you to the top as fast.
1985, French rally champion Michel Mouton drives a Quattro to overall victory at Pikes Peak, trouncing over 60 conventional machines in the process.
You are always sliding one side, the other side. It's like a ballet, it's like a dance, you know, it's fantastic.
I looked at the car and I watched her run. Did a very good job in her driving. The car was very, very, very much ahead of anything that I'd ever seen before. Audi has done an awful lot of work on all-wheel drive. And I saw things that just astounded me. And I started doing a lot of thinking, a lot of talking, a lot of studying, trying to see the best way to come back and get the record back in the Unser name.
I've seen him every time he's done this. And the record that was set in '85, most of the people around here thought, well, that's about it. It's as fast as anybody's going to go. Evidently, this car is even impresses him, and he's hard to impress.
In 1986, Unser tries the Quattro for himself and sets the fastest time ever in the race to the clouds. Walter Röhrl followed a year later with another record. And since then, every Pikes Peak winner has turned to all-wheel drive for their advantage. Next, putting the power to pavement.